Hello, my name is Jeff Evans. I'm the Director of Learning and Innovation for CVSD. And my role today is to talk a little bit about Vermont's education quality standards and how they impact our budget development year to year. There's a federal law, Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, that requires every state to develop systems that ensure high rigor, high quality education systems for all that are equitable across the country. And so in response to that, Vermont created something called Education Quality Standards, EQS. And the purpose for those, as they state on their website, is to ensure that Vermont's public schools are afforded educational opportunities that are substantially equal in quality. And there's 5 categories that they created for EQS. And they are academic proficiency, personalization, high quality staffing, investment priorities, and safe and healthy schools. And so when building a budget, we look at providing resources that are in compliance with all the expectations that live within those 5 categories. And they also provide requirements and guidance around teacher to student ratios for class sizes. And so we meet with every administration team of all the schools in our district as we build the budget to identify all of the education quality standards expectations and to see how we are resourcing our schools in order to comply and be effective at meeting these requirements. And so we will look at every position that exists within a building, how it fits into the education quality expectations, and then make decisions based on that data. When we find out that we are not in compliance, maybe we have too high a teacher-student ratio in an area, or we don't have sufficient resourcing within an area, then that necessitates the conversation around changing those resources, whether it be additions or subtractions to proposed budget. And as we move forward with these conversations, EQS also has a number of accountability measures. They have an annual snapshot they provide us that shows how our district is meeting those 5 areas that I referenced earlier based on the data that they cull. And also, there are integrated field reviews that we have once every 3 years where the district is provided feedback and evaluated by the state relative to education quality standards. And then finally, there's a continuous improvement plan that is in place and has to evolve based on the annual snapshot and the other findings and data that we get relative to EQS. Another big piece of EQS is guidance around things like personalized learning, proficiency-based graduation requirements, which are behind me for our district, tiered system of supports, assessment system, in addition to all the class size ratios that I mentioned earlier. So those are also things that are considered when building our budget from year to year. We're quite confident in how we meet education quality standards in Vermont, but it is always a driver of the conversation around budget because we want to go beyond compliance. We want to be as efficient as possible, as effective as possible, and provide a high quality education for every student at CVSD.